received my Hot Toys Captain Rex. I've had this guy on pre-order for well over a year now, and I'm so excited to finally get him out of the box. And I know a lot of people have gotten him quite a bit earlier, but I ordered him through Sideshow, and they're, I think, finally shipping out all of their orders en masse. So here's the box, and as always we'll do some noises with the box before opening the figure. I'm so excited to finally have it. Okay, there's the plastic crinkle noises. We got 2 pieces of tape to contend with here. Hopefully it's not too much. There's one. And there's the second one, guys. Can you believe it? Okay. Let's slide the box out of the plastic. Okay, there's the plastic fully removed. And now we have access to the box itself. So as you can see here, we have a portrait of Captain Rex himself on the front. And then we have the banner, which is like a separate cardstock that goes around the outside, and it has Captain Rex with 2 3/32 clones, which are, of course, not included. This is DMS 018 Captain Rex. So there's the front. On the side here we have a full body, or mostly full body picture of Captain Rex. And on the right side it just says Captain Rex. Top and bottom are both going to just be Star Wars logos. Like all Hot Toys, Star Wars Hot Toys. And on the back, has Captain Rex again, but otherwise it's all the Hot Toys, warnings, information, all that stuff. Captain Rex. Looks like this time he has his rangefinder. Let's pop this off and reveal the figure. And there it is. Looking awesome as always. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this into time-lapse mode, get the figure and all its accessories out of the box, and come back when we're ready to talk through it. Okay guys, we're back, and we got the figure out of the box, and as always with Hot Toys, it is definitely awesome. Very, very excited to finally have this guy in hand. So, I will say I was actually a bit surprised. He only came with one tray. I thought it was going to be like a tray down below, but all this stuff fit under just one, with, you know, the normal hand and weapon tray as well. So as you can see, we have the figure, two alternate heads, jetpack, hands, dynamic base, two DC-17s, a DC-15, the rangefinder, night vision goggles, a flashlight helmet attachment, some replacement bags, flame bursts for the jetpack, and a tool to swap out the accessories on the helmet. So, as always, let's go ahead and start with the figure here. Now, I will note that I've been following a lot of like the sort of customize or like custom clone community on Instagram, and they're, you know, very talented people, and also, you know, very screen accurate. So I'm aware of a few flaws in this figure, if you want to call them that, from like the perfect representation. So I don't think they make the figure look bad, but I think it's worth noting that technically this visor isn't quite accurate. I'll put a picture on screen right now of a guy that made sort of a more accurate version. You know, this is a realistic interpretation of Rex, who has never been on screen in live action before. And you know, he has a Phase 2 visor, a Phase 1 visor welded to a Phase 2 helmet. And they should have used the Phase 1 realistic look for the visor shape. And instead they used the animated, so I'll put a picture on screen what it should look like. I think that I'll either try to purchase or make one myself. I'm not unhappy with this helmet, but personally, I think the custom one does look awesome, and kind of want to secure it for my figure. The other thing that a lot of the customizers are doing is changing the pauldron here to match, I think, what we see in live action for Commander Bly. I'm less inclined to do that because, you know, the obvious story with the helmet being welded, you know, makes the visor wrong, but it's just a pauldron. Like, it doesn't actually, like, in my mind, it doesn't necessarily have to match Commander Bly, or whoever we saw. So, I'm not going to change the pauldron. And I think, same thing with the gamma. I think there should be like a strap here to match, but personally, I don't mind those things at all. And I think the only thing that I'll bother either making or buying a custom part for is the helmet. But even that being said, with those, you know, flaws, if you want to call them that, I still think the figure looks fantastic. I think Hot Toys did a great job with the figure as a whole, and I'm so psyched to finally have this. But, you know, just a quick note before we get started. So anyways, here's the helmet. Despite the visor issue, it does look incredible. Lots of really good detailing, weathering. You have I think it's Hawkeyes on the top here, and all the tally marks. And then there's the weld marks on the top and the sides. Definitely looks fantastic. And then moving down, we have the pauldron here. This is actually magnetic, so there's a little bit of play there. There are the arms. Tally marks again. Tons of really great weathering, detailing. There's the belt in the back. The gamma is like a nice, stretchy, high quality material. Thread count is very high, so it looks nice. It seems to sit really well. And here's the holsters for his pistols. And moving down, same story on the legs. Everything looks really good. More tally marks and stuff. He does have a hint of green weathering, which is interesting. Overall, aesthetics of the figure, I think are fantastic. They really did a beautiful job with it. You know, despite the relatively minor inaccuracies, of the visor. And I will add, this is very accurate to what we see in the Clone Wars. It's just not accurate if you follow the logic train of what this visor should look like. But anyways, despite minor inaccuracies, it's fantastically well done. So very, very pleased with the aesthetics. Let's check out articulation here. Let's see. Shoulder goes up to about there comfortably. And it does look like the right goes a little bit farther than the left. So the pauldron does stop articulation a very small amount. Elbow goes about 90 degrees. Let's see, we got pivot at the waist, a little bit of torso movement. So, plenty of thigh rotates as well, and tons of knee articulation. So I think overall, articulation is decent. It's on par with all the other clones, as you'd expect. I almost forgot. Alternate heads. So this helmet is, from what I can tell, almost exactly the same as what comes in the 501st Deluxe. A Phase 2 helmet, painted to, orange with Ahsoka's symbols, I guess, on it. And then we have the Captain Rex head sculpt. I believe this is only the second clone head sculpt that we've gotten. The first being Commander Cody. I think it looks pretty fantastic. The short hair looks great. I like the 5 o'clock shadow they got going on. Eyes, as always, look really good. I think they got the likeness to Tim Warremore's and really, really nice. As far as the face goes. Overall seems like a great head sculpt. So there we go. Let's go ahead and pop that on. Okay, I think I got it on. It didn't give me the pop noise you usually get when you put on a head. But I think it's on all the way. So, it definitely looks awesome, and it seems to be proportioned out pretty well. There we go. Hands. All look good. We have a pointing hand, gun hand, thumbs up, another gun hand, and another style of pointing. So plenty of options there. We have the Jetpack. I believe this is the same Sculpt as the 501st Deluxe, but that one's white and blue, and this is black and blue. attaches to the back of the figure very easily. And then we can put in the fire effects, which fit in. Definitely looks cool. As far as weaponry, we get a DC-15A. Pretty standard. I have a lot of these now. And then two DC-17s, which we have in the Commander Cody figure. These also look pretty good. No complaints. Okay, and then the last thing to show you guys, actually, do the base first. I'm not sure. The sculpt of this base we've definitely seen before, but I've always seen it in black. I've never seen it in this light gray. But it says Captain Rex on the front. And of course is the mount for the dynamic figure stand. Okay, now the last feature. So they give you this little tool, and it's a little tricky, but you put it down inside, and if you do it right, you can be very careful and push out the air pieces. And of course, in typical me fashion, when I was doing this during the time lapse to test it for you guys, like I do with most features, so I'm not bumbling around on camera, or I guess real time. I'm still bumbling around on camera. I, flicked it across the room, and I had to go pick it up and clean it. So, be careful with that. Oh, I actually forgot to mention. I'll put this back in. This does move up and down, as you'd expect. You push it back out. It's a little hard to get the tool in there, but definitely doable. So then you can throw the goggles on, and then this piece the stock goes right back over it, and then you can also throw on the flashlight piece. And you can either have that in up, or down, or up mode. And if the visor really bugs you, which for me, honestly, it doesn't do much. There. Problem solved. So, you can go for the nighttime on Umbara look. And that actually might be, I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to display him yet, but that definitely looks awesome. Shall we pop that on? That definitely looks pretty darn cool. Then we can put the pistols, the blaster pistols, into, maybe, I got it like wedged. There we go. Okay guys, visor, which is screen accurate to the animated show, but not accurate for a realistic interpretation. That's the only very minor downside. But otherwise, it's a fantastic figure. The aesthetics are phenomenal. The articulation is pretty good. And overall, the cool factor being Captain Rex is a 10 out of 10. So, definitely a great figure. Very happy to finally have him. I have some big decisions to make. Am I going to put him on this shelf with Anakin, or am I going to put him on the shelf with Commander Cody? Decisions. And also, do I display him with the head sculpt or the helmet? Honestly, not sure. I'll have to figure that out, but anyways, I'll put him in a pose and, give a B-roll shot for you guys to check it out. But otherwise, let me know what you guys think of the figure, and if you're planning on trying to get a different visor, or if you're just going to keep it as is. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed.